Don't work on things while you're sick. You can't think straight. If you're sick and you're trying to do stuff, man, it ain't gonna turn out right. I was sick in here the other day, but I was bored out of my mind, and I love to be doing something. So I said, man, I want to take those batteries outside and put them in that battery box that we built, the concrete outdoor battery box. Get those lead acid batteries out of my garage. More space, less mess, and not that gas coming off those batteries, which is dangerous inside this garage. Well, I took them out there, put them in there. Looks great. It's a 24-volt system, 6 batteries. So you tie 2 batteries together, you get 24 volts. Tie another 2 together, you get 24 volts. Tie 2 more together, you got another 24 volts. Put all 3 of those strings together. Those are called strings when you put 2 batteries, 2 solar panels. When you put them in together like that, or maybe 3, and you're upping the voltage, those are called strings. So you got 2 batteries, 2 batteries, 2 batteries. That's 2 strings, 2 strings, 2 strings. Put all those together and combine the amperage. Bring your 3 strings together into a parallel. Well, I said, man, what if I take and put 3 batteries together and I make 2 parallels and 1 string? So I put, this is where maybe I should have left things alone. So I took 3 12-volt batteries and a parallel. Have I lost you yet? Now, in a parallel, you're putting positive to positive, negative to negative at each one. You don't increase the voltage, you only increase the amperage. So I said, I'm gonna do these 6 batteries differently. I'm gonna put 3 batteries together, 3 batteries together, keeping them all 12 volt, just up the amps. And I'll put the other 3 batteries together, all 12 volts, just up the amps. And then I'll combine those 2 parallels together in the 1 string, and I still get 24 volts. Should all work out the same, right? So then it's all working. Put the meter across it. Yep, got the same voltage. It's all good. Come in here, turn everything on. Seems all good. But then that nighttime comes. And when that night comes and I'm using my power, I notice that my power is depleting faster. I'm thinking, man, why is it doing this? And I thought it's got to be because I changed those. I just thought, well, there's only one thing I can do. Let's go out there and turn all the power off and reconfigure it. Well, I procrastinated because still not feeling good for a couple of days. They go out here and use a heavy power tool like that cutoff saw. It tripped the power in here. It would trip the inverter. And I'm like, man, what is going on? It wasn't like this before. How could just doing that new configuration do that? Well, I'm feeling better now, if y'all can't tell. I got a little bit in my nose, but I'm feeling pretty good. Today I said, you know what? I'm going out there and I'm putting those batteries back like they were originally inside in here. And the same configuration is what I mean. I'm gonna yank all the cables off right here in the middle of the day where it's got plenty of time to recoup itself with that solar array up there after I finish reconfiguring the batteries. Go out there and I pull the lid off the battery box. I crawl down in there with my ratchet and my voltmeter, and I start preparing to disassemble the sets And what do I see? I left not one, not two, I left 3 nuts loose on the batteries on the cables. Those are those studded posts. Of course, when they're just lightly touching, I got my voltage reading right. But when you put a load on it, those can't make a connection. I'm glad I didn't damage nothing. Everything's okay. This is why you shouldn't work when you're sick. I was out there pouring sweat. I was running fever. I was coughing. I was sneezing. And I pulled a blunder. This is why you don't work on stuff like this, especially stuff that could be dangerous too. While you're sick, wait, there'll be a new day. You know, just chill out, man. I'm telling myself this, I'm telling myself this. Telling y'all too from my mistake. Man, if you ain't on top of your game and you got something important like this, just wait a day or two and recover. Whatever it is, a week, whatever the problem is in your life. Look at it with a fresh mind on a new day. And that's my story of what I did. That's a blunder. And that's my bad. And that's my impatience. And don't do what I did. Just don't do it. And let me tell you, I went ahead though, while I was out there, just for the heck of it. And I put them back like I originally had them. 2 batteries combined for 24 volts. 2 batteries combined for 24 volts. 2 batteries combined for 24 volts. That gives you 3 strings. Bring those in all together and to a parallel, and there you are. You got it, and I'm just leave it like I had it, and it's nice, clean. The little loops between the wires, between the posts, they're short, they're easy, and oddly enough, it even takes 2 less cables. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the other lesson in this story. Y'all know that lesson. I'm sure you heard it all your life. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, I do enjoy having them out of the garage. And that's the story of my blunder. And thanks for all of you hoping and wishing for Mel and I to both feel better, because we are. Take care, and I really appreciate all of you people.